against the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former #2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky is getting his second chance to start in the NFL and will be with another storied franchise, this time the Pittsburgh Steelers. He slowly fell out of favor in Chicago after making a Pro Bowl in his second season, but what a lot of people don't realize is that he had a winning record as a starter in each of his last 3 years with the Bears. He convinced a lot of people as a backup in Buffalo, including Pittsburgh, that there's still something to be unlocked in him as a starter.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From the 31, Trubisky. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
Well, I couldn't match the 11 touchdowns he posted as a rookie. The rest of Chase Claypool's numbers stayed pretty steady in his sophomore campaign. 59 catches, 860 yards. You can use him in the passing game. You can use him in the running game. The big target for the Steelers picks up a first down right there.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. He finds his man Johnson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Trubisky to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Now it's Trubisky. His throw caught right around the 6. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson on the pass from Mitchell Trubisky. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drives 7 plays in length. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky going up top for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Trubisky. This one incomplete, probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Rodgers to return it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Joe. And he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Here's Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
That pick 6 just a moment ago, things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Room here to run.
On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes.
And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Packers
in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about.
And this is caught, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
That was all Preston Smith navigating into the backfield. He gets the tackle for loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Trubisky.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Trubisky on first down. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. His throw incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they've...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back now in Pittsburgh, it's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Harris on second down. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception. And it should have been. 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Quick slant, finding Claypool. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, here's Harris. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.